The Modern Warfare 2 Season 4 Reloaded update just released, and there's a ton of changes coming to the game that you need to know about. And we're going to start off by talking about the brand new classified sector now opening up in the Battle Pass. The new classified sector will give you access to the new MX shotgun, along with a couple other emblems, calling cards, and loading screens that are really not important. The more important thing is the MX shotgun. The new shotgun is releasing in the classified Battle Pass. You won't have an unlock challenge to get it. All you have to do is complete that sector in the Battle Pass, and you'll have full access. And I'll talk about that shotgun a little bit more here in a second. The Season 4 Reloaded update is going to introduce 4 brand new operators as well, 3 of which are from the Boys TV show. We're going to see Starlight, Homelander, and Black Noir all show up as playable characters that you can pick up in the shop as playable operators. And the 4th operator we're getting is the operator Izzy, and there's nothing really to say here besides that they changed her name, and if you know why, you know why. And along with the 3 new operators being done in collaboration with the Boys TV show, we're also having a Boys themed event and a Boys themed camo challenge. The camo challenge is called the Diabolical Camo Challenges, and this is actually reference to Billy Butcher from the Boys TV show saying diabolical a lot. Like, more than most people should say. But the good news is, unlike the previous events, all the guns kind of have the same camo and changed colors. All of the camos in this event will be completely unique to their specific color. So you won't be just upgrading color and pattern for what you want to do in a camo challenge. You'll actually have unique individual camos that you can apply everywhere that you can unlock in Modern Warfare 2. But moving on to the new weapon, the MX shotgun. This thing is a full auto 12-gauge shotgun that you can unlock in the Battle Pass, and it's kind of interesting. The gun itself will fire in full auto, but it has 3 5-round tubes. So you'll full auto 5 rounds in a tube, and then you will rotate the tubes under the shotgun to switch over to the next barrel, which you can full auto then. So this gun has 15 rounds in total. However, Call of Duty has said that the base weapon stats have been actually improved to reflect the functionality of the weapon as opposed to other damage rates that we normally see with other shotguns. So be very careful picking up this weapon in Modern Warfare 2 because we haven't really playtested it yet, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. We're also getting a brand new underbarrel attachment for certain weapons in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, the Corvus Torch. Is basically an underbarrel shotgun packed with Dragon's Breath rounds, which might make it a little bit more viable in Warzone, especially in those close quarter combat situations. Overall though, there's some weapon balancing done, and I'm kind of going to go over it real quickly with you. The ISO 45 got nerfed pretty hard, reduced close range damage, reduced headshot damage, and increased hipfire spread. The Vaznev 9K continues to get nerfed, however. It has reduced close to mid damage distance, basically meaning that you're going to have less of a distance for that mid-range fall-off of damage and bullets when you actually fire the gun. On the assault rifle side, we have the Cast-Off 7.62, which reduced headshot damage in Warzone 2 only and increased the time to aim down sights, making this gun a little bit more viable for multiplayer. The AK-74U had reduced headshot damage in Modern Warfare 2 only, but had increased hipfire spread, so it kind of got equaled out in the end. The TAC-56 got another nerf specific to Modern Warfare 2. They reduced headshot damage in Modern Warfare 2 only, making this gun less and less viable in the ranked scene of Modern Warfare 2. As far as shotguns go, there was a lot of changes done to shotguns. With the new shotgun releasing this update, they want to make sure everything is balanced. So the KV broadside, they kind of increased the mid-range damage for Modern Warfare 2 only, making it a little bit more viable at that kind of 25-30 meter range. The Bryson 800 had reduced damage to head, upper torso, legs, and arms in Modern Warfare 2, so it got pretty hard nerfed, and they reduced the mid-range damage slightly, so you have a little bit less range on it as well. The Bryson 800 is really less reliable of a weapon now than it was before. The Bryson 890 had reduced damage to arms only, and increase the damage to the lower torso in Modern Warfare 2, along with increased aim down sight. So the Bryson 890 is going to be a replacement if you're using the Bryson 800. The Expedite 12 got a pretty good buff. It actually got increased damage to the head and upper torso in Modern Warfare 2, and for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, it actually got reduced aim down sight time and reduced hipfire spread, meaning it'll be a little bit more viable for Modern Warfare 2. And as far as marksman rifle goes, everything got nerfed except for the SAB-60. The SAB-60 actually had a movement increase, but everything else got nerfed. The Tempest Torrent reduced close to mid-range damage, making it less viable under 30 meters, reduced neck location damage in Modern Warfare 2, and they increased the time to aim down sights. So this gun is becoming slower and harder to use. The EBR-14 had reduced aim down sight movement speed and reduced hipfire strafe speed. So it's becoming slower and more hard to use, with the EBR being more like a sniper rifle than a marksman rifle. And the Lockwood Mark II had reduced time to aim down sights and a movement increase, so it kind of got a buff, but it's still not a great viable weapon in Modern Warfare 2 and in Warzone 2. And we also have the climactic conclusion to Raid Episode 4 in Modern Warfare 2. The Adamgrad raids will conclude with Season 4 Reloaded with an intense raid. At the time of recording this, I haven't seen the Adamgrad raid yet. I haven't played it. I'm trying to stay kind of in shock and awe of what's going to happen. But Call of Duty did tell us what the rewards are for completing the raid on Episode 4. You get a brand new exclusive Farah skin from Modern Warfare 2. You complete the Adamgrad raid Episode 4 on Veteran to unlock the projectile weapon camo, and there's a secret weapon you can pick up for a tarnished weapon camo and a brand new mystery crate that you can unlock a weapon charm, a player card, and a loading screen for completing the raid episode 4. As far as multiplayer goes, not a ton of changes. We're getting the Vondel waterfront map for multiplayer. It's a 6v6 multiplayer map that'll kind of arrive very similar to some of the other maps we've seen, and it really is just pulled straight out of Vondel, which is kind of disappointing because Call of Duty has not had that many original maps this year in Modern Warfare 2, and I'm hoping they have a lot more in Modern Warfare 3. As far as what the boys event is changing for this season, you're going to see temp V field upgrades in Warzone 2. The temp V field upgrades are going to give you superpowers, but the superpowers are random, so you don't get to pick what they are, you're just kind of assigned a random one. We're going to have the charge jump in Warzone 2. This allows you to jump across the map without suffering any fall damage. We're going to have the electric shockwave, which sends out an electrical explosion that injures operators and AI combatants, as well as destroys enemy vehicles and equipment. The laser vision, which allows you to levitate and fire an aimed laser beam that sears through enemy targets. However, with this, you can't really dodge or weave very much, so you're going to get shot because you're floating up in the air without cover. And teleport. This ability throws you straight up in the air and allows you to kind of parachute away from a firefight if you're in trouble. And I highly recommend using the teleport one if you get it, because it is a great opportunity to get behind enemies or get out of a firefight in Warzone if you're losing a firefight. However, Warzone 2 got a very unique update, and I'm very happy about it. They're updating the gulag in Modern Warfare 2. They're replacing the current one with this kind of wine cellar dungeon setting, and the new gulag should feel familiar to a lot of you. It's actually based on the original gulag that we got in the showers in the original Warzone. It's going to be basically a kind of reskinned version of it, and it's laid out almost exactly the same. So it should feel pretty familiar, and you should know what to do when you get into the gulag. And along with Warzone's update, we also got a brand new update to Vondel specifically. We're going to get Battle Royale in Vondel with 72 players in one match, which makes it a little bit more viable as a map, but this brings up a good, interesting point about Warzone. Warzone is now entering a map rotation for Resurgence maps. So for Resurgence and Battle Royales on the Resurgence maps, you'll actually switch between them every 15 minutes. For 15 minutes, you'll have Ashika Island, and then for 15 minutes, you'll have Vondel. It keeps the game kind of interesting and random, so if you last longer in a game, the chances are you'll probably be playing on the same map twice, but if you get eliminated immediately, you'll have a chance to actually change what map you're playing. So I'm highly excited for it. It's a great change I'm happy Warzone finally made. And well, the last thing I want to talk about for Warzone, they're introducing the plate carriers from DMZ into Warzone. For those of y'all who haven't experienced this yet, each of these plate carriers kind of have their own unique thing that they do. So for example, the medic plate carrier now allows you to revive teammates faster if you pick it up in Warzone. And the comms plate carrier is also being added to Warzone 2. And this just increases the effectiveness of UAVs as long as the teammate who calls in the UAV is wearing that vest. And last but not least is Stealth, a rare armor plate carrier that protects the player from UAVs and other targeting devices. This is basically picking up the Ghost perk as an armor satchel in Warzone 2. So it's kind of some different changes, and it's very interesting to see what's going to happen with this, because it's something that Call of Duty is kind of trying to delve into more, have this little more sporadic ability with these actual plate carriers themselves. They've also added a couple little widgets on the kind of the side of your screen when you play Warzone, so that you actually see the total amount of armor plates you're carrying on your person and in your backpack. And when you're trying to go back and buy your teammate in Warzone 2, you'll actually be able to look over at their name tag on the side of your screen and have a little widget that shows you the amount of cash that they will drop back into Warzone with when you buy them back. So it's a little small update that Call of Duty made that I really appreciate, because they're trying to improve the game. But tell me your thoughts on the update down below, and I'll keep you updated with everything that changes in Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2. For all of your Call of Duty information, make sure you subscribe down below, because I am IceBurgz, your Call of Duty informant. Stay frosty.